guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a primer review. I'm going to use two primers, one drugstore, one high-end, and I'm going to be using one on one side of my face, one on the other. I am going out tonight, so I'm going to apply the same foundation over both and then do everything else for a full face look, and then go out, see how it lasts, see what my skin feels like. I'm also going to ask a couple of people what they think is the higher end one, which one they think looks better, and then I will give my final opinions the morning after, once I've been on my night out and I can really tell you how my skin held up. I'll do checks throughout myself just to see how it looks. So the high end one I'm going to use is the Benefit POREfessional. The one I have in the drugstore version is a dupe for this. So this one is blurring and it's also supposed to make your makeup last longer and set matte. So as you've probably known, this is a really good primer. It's been awarded loads of awards, loads of people who use it that's in the higher end of the makeup world, and it is just a very classic good primer. So I'll be using that for the right side of my face, and then for the left side of my face, my left, I'm going to be using the Revolution Pore Blurring Primer. This is in the new collection of primers they've brought out. They have a mattifying one, a colour correcting one, blurring one and a hydrating one. So I bought this one just to see as an alternative. I'll put the prices on the screen now for both, just so you can see how much the price difference is. And we'll see if this one's worth all the money when you can get this one for a lot cheaper. First I'm going to go in with the POREfessional. I'm just going to apply it to this side of my face. So that is that one on that side. I'm now going to use the Revolution one on the left side. The application of this one is very airy, as if it's quite a thick formula, whereas that one's more smooth in consistency. I'm just going to apply it a little bit more. It didn't spread as much as I thought it was going to. So that is the primer laid down on both sides, both primers, and I will say they both look very similar. They both feel very similar. This one's a bit more wet, whereas this one seems to be a bit more matte, but it all depends how the foundation stays on, that's the main thing. I can also see as time's gone on, as I've left this around my really porous areas, it seems to be blurring more as it's setting in. This one did it almost immediately, but I don't mind waiting for it to set in properly. My forehead looks really nice and blurred. As you probably know, I do have eczema in the area, so I do like to use a pore blurring primer for that because it kind of blurs the rough skin. My chin looks fine. My under eyes look more blurred on this side than this side, but again, we don't really know how the foundation will apply on top. So for foundation, I'm just going to go in with the Bounce Foundation by Beauty Blender. I've used this in a previous video. I do really like it. The more I've used it this week, the more I really do like it. It's becoming one of my favourite foundations I've ever used. So I'm just going to apply that on my Real Techniques Beauty Blender. It's damp and I'm going to apply that just now. And then I'm just going to go in on the other side. I'm just going to apply a little bit more just to build up that coverage. So I will say first impressions, like I said before, my pores seem almost invisible on this side, whereas on this side I can see them still a little bit. But again, as I'm looking at it more, it seems to be blurring the pores more and more as time goes on. And like I said, I don't mind waiting that amount of time, especially for the price you can buy it as. So I'm just going to move on to concealer and eyebrows and eyes. Everything else I'm going to do off camera, and then I'm going to come back and show you what the finished look looks like. and then I'm going to tell you what I thought about the rest of the application on my face, and I'll give you my first impressions of which one I prefer now, and then obviously I'll tell you which one I prefer at the end of the night. So that is the look all completed. I will say that both primers seem to be working around the same. We'll just have to see how they hold up. It has been on my face for about an hour now and they both seem to be doing really well, so we'll just have to see. Hi again! So it's the next morning and I'm all refreshed, been out, had a good time, and both primers, I will say, held up amazing. They both looked the exact same. When I asked people how each cheek looked, which one they preferred, they didn't really say that it even looked any different. Both held up my makeup really well. Like I said from the start, you could see my pores a little bit more on the drugstore side, but not to the point of where it'd be worrying and you'd need to reapply powder or reapply any concealer or anything. I didn't have to redo any powdering or anything like that, so I'm really impressed with it, to be honest. So I would say that it is a great dupe for the Benefit POREfessional. So I will say, if you're on a budget and you wanted to try this one out, try this one first to see if you like how it applies and you like how your skin looks in it. This one will give you a little bit more pore filled, but I think if you are on a budget then definitely try this one. So that's it from me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like. Please subscribe if you're new here and you want to follow my journey on here. It's been Beauty Kitten and I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you later. Bye!